Dear friends, welcome to Tech Nursery. In this small video, I am going to explain an error. I will explain the error and its solution. I was working in a Node.js and React Native project. I am trying to send a response to the React Native, the front end from my backend, the Node.js application. Sometimes I got this error. Error cannot set the headers after they are sent to the client. That means I got this error when I try to set the headers after they are sent to the client. Here my client is my React Native application in the front end. I got this error in my backend which is my Node.js application. So I got this error in my Node.js application. Error cannot set the headers after they are sent to the client. From this error message, I understood that I sent my response already back to the React Native application. I got a API call from React Native application. After processing that API call request, I send my response to the React Native application from my Node.js application. But this error reason that I already sent my response, already sent my response to the React Native application. But again, I try to send it again, send the response again. That's why cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. If I try to send the response again for the same request from the React Native application, I am accessing the headers. I will explain it in detail. For example, this is one of the case. Send a response multiple times. For example, if I got a API request from React Native in my Node.js application, I already respond with response.send or response.json. That means we respond to that API call already. But after this response, instead of typing return, I type again response.send. In this case, I will get the error cannot set the headers after they are sent to the client, because I already sent my response or send response.json, but after sending it again, I am trying to send the response. So in order to send this response, I am going to set the headers. That's why this error shows cannot set headers after they are sent to the client, because this already executed my response sent to the React Native application to the front end, but I am trying to access headers again to set headers in order to send response again by executing this line. So I got this error. So in this case, I will check did you send the response multiple times. If you want send it multiple times, it should be based on the condition. If that is true, response.send, else this response.send. In the same way, asynchronous calls, sometimes you have set timeout. Okay, in this function here you have response.send. After sometimes this, after 1000 milliseconds, this response.send will work. But in the same function, this is a function, inside this function we have setTimeout. In the same function you have response.send again. So when we call this function, setTimeout will start executing, but before completing this setTimeout, this response.send will already executed. But after completing this setTimeout, after this 1000 millisecond, this response.send also will be executed. It will cause the error. Error cannot set the headers after they are not sent to the client. Again, in our function, if we have a condition, something like we already sent our response, after that we got an error, we throw that error. Okay, but if it is in a try catch block, what happen? This throwaway error will be handled by catch clause. What will happen if you have a response.send response.send error inside this catch block? We already send response.send here, and after this response.send we have this error raised here. It will handle by this catch block. Inside this catch block we have again response.send. So then this error will happen. Error cannot send headers after they are sent to the client, because we already send our response from here. Here, what we have to do? We have to use return here. Return, because after sending the response, we have to write proper code. We have to use the keyword return here. Otherwise, we will send a response multiple times in the same function, here and here. If any error happens, if this line executed, it will handled by this catch block. Again, in the case of middlewares, if we try to respond.send from one middleware, and we have nest, this nest method will execute the nest middleware. Maybe in that middleware also we will try to send our response. Again, what will happen? We will send the response multiple times. One from this middleware by executing next method. From another middleware, we will send that response again. Here also multiple times. So use keyword return where it is required. Use uh, conditional based response sending method. So in the middlewares, in the error response, we will send the error response here. So when we raise a error here, after already sending the response, it will catch it by the catch block, and we will try to send it again. It will cause the error, this same error. Error cannot set headers after they are sent to the client. So in all these cases, main reason is multiple times we are sending our responses. It can be happen in the directly like this, or in asynchronous calls, or in error responses, or in middlewares. I mentioned some of the points. It can be anywhere. Please remember that this error happens when you try to send response back to your front end. In our case, React Native application from our Node.js application, which is our backend. When we try to send response multiple times for a single request. If you have a single API request from front end, we have to send the response only one time, not more than one time. If you want to mention different responses, it should be based on condition. I hope this video is helpful for you. Thank you.